Hello friends, welcome to ActionScript video tutorials series. In the previous video tutorial, we started discussing variables versus constants. We understood that variable is a named memory location whose value may change during the execution of a program, whereas constant is a named memory location whose value never changes during the execution of a program. To store data and process it, computer uses its memory. It is possible to grab a chunk of memory and give a meaningful name to it and access it in the program. To grab a chunk of memory location and give a meaningful name to it, we need to declare a variable or a constant. Right? I minimize it. I double click on the Adobe Flash Professional shortcut available on the desktop to launch the Adobe Flash IDE. You can see that the IDE got launched. I create a new ActionScript 3.0 file. I go to timeline. I click on first frame, go to window, click on actions to get the actions window. You can see that we got the actions window. In the previous video tutorial, we understood that to declare a variable, we use a var keyword, then we give a space, then we give the variable name. For example, player score. Then we give colon, then we write the data type, and at the end we put semicolon. We know that what happens when this line will get executed. When the system finds a var keyword, it understands, okay, I need to create a variable, and the variable name should be player score, and the memory location size should be 4 bytes. And it puts the initial value 0 because integer has the default value 0. So it goes to the memory, it grabs 4 bytes of memory location, to that it gives a name player score and it puts the initial value 0 there. 0 is the player score value now. We can go to the Flash and say trace player score, bracket close semicolon. It displays 0 on the screen, right? If I hit Control Enter, in the output window, we see the output 0 displayed. 0 is the value of player score. Similarly, we can assign a value if we want by using the assignment statement. All we need is we need to write the name of a variable and put the value inside whatever we want, maybe 10. When I hit Control Enter, when I test the movie, what actually happens? Remember this, guys. What actually happens means it is going to remove all the memory location that it has allocated in the memory. It removes all the memory locations and then it re-executes this code. What happens here? The system executes these instructions one by one. Once it finds a var keyword, it understands, okay, I need to create a variable called as player score. Its size should be 4 bytes and initially it should have the 0 value. So it goes to the memory. It allocates a memory location, to that it gives a name player score and initial value it puts 0 inside. Then it moves to the next statement, player score equal to 10. So we are telling here the new value of player score should be 10. It goes to the memory and it erases the previous value in the player score and puts the new value in the player score. Then it moves to the next statement. We are telling trace player score. We are telling display the value of player score, that is 10. So it displays here 10 on the screen. If I hit Control Enter, you will see the 10 on the screen instead of 0 this time, right? Good. Remember that it is not necessary that we need to declare first and then initialize on the second line. We can perform these two operations, declaration and initialization, in one single instruction. We don't need to write two different instructions, one declaration instruction and another one initialization or assignment instruction. We can perform declaration and initialization in a single instruction. We can perform. So I'm going to select this, say delete. All we need is after the data type we should use equal to sign and put whatever value we want. That is actually called as declaration and initialization of a variable. Here we are declaring as well as initializing. It is same like how do we declare and initialize a constant, right? So what happens this time? When we hit Control Enter, as I told, system removes all the memory locations that it has created for us and it re-executes the code, right? What it does, once it finds a word keyword, it understands, okay, I need to create a variable called as player score. Its size should be 4 bytes and it should put 10 inside instead of a 0. This time it goes to the memory, it allocates the 4 bytes of memory location as it is an integer type. To that it gives a name player score. It gives name what? It gives the name player score and puts the value 10 inside instead of 0 this time. And then we are telling display the value of player score. It displays 10 on the output window. If I hit Ctrl Enter, you just see that we are getting 10 on the screen. Hope you guys have understood how do you declare and initialize a variable. Here I have given the syntax for it. How do we perform declaration and initialization of a variable? We write word keyword, give a space, then we write name of a variable, then we write colon, then we write data type, then we say equal to, then we give the value whatever we want. In the previous video tutorial, we already discussed how do we declare and initialize a constant. That is declaration and initialization of a constant. We write a const keyword, give a space, then we write name of the constant, colon, data type, equal to, value, semicolon, right? So I go back here, we say here const, and then I give the constant name pi, then colon, data type, whatever we want, for example number, and here I say 3.142 semicolon. And we can trace the value in the constant, trace pi, bracket close, semicolon. Now what happens when I hit Ctrl Enter? We know that system is going to remove all the memory locations that it has created for us, and it actually clears the output window also. It re-executes the code from top to down. Once it finds a word keyword, it understands I need to create a variable called as player score. Its memory location size should be how many bytes? 4 bytes, as integer has 4 bytes, and it puts 10 inside it. It goes to the memory and it allocates a memory location of 4 bytes. To that it gives a name player score and then it puts the value 10 inside, and then it moves to the next statement and displays the value in the player score, that is 10. We get the 10 on the output window, and then once it finds a const keyword, it understands, okay, I need to create a constant called as pi. How many bytes memory location it should be? It should be of 8 bytes because number is of 8 bytes data type. Then the value should have 3.142 inside. So it goes to the memory, it allocates 8 bytes of memory location. To that it gives a name pi and puts the value 3.142, and then it also blocks that memory location so that nobody can change the value inside as it is a constant. And then it moves to the next statement and displays the value 3.142 on the screen. If I hit Ctrl Enter, you see the output displayed 10 and 3.142. That is how we declare and initialize a variable. That is how we declare and initialize a constant in a single instruction. Hope you guys have clearly understood. Let me comment this part of a code. I just comment the code. If I hit Ctrl Enter, we don't get any output because there are no codes for execution. Also, system removes all the memory locations that it has allocated for us. Now we understand how do we declare more than one variables. To declare more than one variables, of course, we can say var, for example, player 1 health, 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 colon, integer. This is how we declare a single variable, right? We write the word keyword, name of the variable, colon, integer. If I need to declare one more variable, I can write var player 2 health and colon int semicolon. I can declare like that more, player 1 health, player 2 health, player 3, player 4 health, like that. We can initialize also if we want. For example, I say here player 1 health, HEALTH health, HEALTH health equal to 10 semicolon, player 2 health, HEALTH health equal to 10. Then we can display the value by saying trace, and we can display the value in player 1 health, player 1 health, HEALTH health, bracket close, semicolon, trace PLAYER, player 2 health, bracket close, semicolon. We know that the system executes these statements one by one, top to down. It creates the player 1 health variable, then it creates a player 2 health variable. In the player 1 health it puts 10, in player 2 health it puts 10, and then it displays player 1 health 10 on the screen and player 2 health 10 on the screen. It is not necessary that we need to declare always variables one after the another using more than one instructions. We can declare more than one variables in a single instruction also using the comma operator. What we need to do is, we need to give after this first variable declaration comma, and then we need to write the second variable name and colon, then data type. Understand this, friends. It is quite interesting to know. We write the word keyword, we give a space, then we write the first variable name, colon, then data type. Then we write comma instead of semicolon. After comma, we just write the second variable name, colon, then data type, then we put the semicolon at the end. For initialization it is same. We just write player 1 health, that is the variable name, first variable name equal to value, then second variable name equal to value, semicolon. That is how we write the code, friends. Here I have given a syntax for declaration of multiple variables. Declaration of multiple variables syntax is, we write the word keyword, give a space, then we write name of a variable 1, colon, data type, then we use comma, name of variable 2, colon, data type, comma, and so on. We can declare as many variables we want. To initialize variables, we write name of variable 1 equal to value, name of variable 2 equal to value, name of variable 3 equal to value, and so on. That is what we are doing actually here, right? Now what happens, we need to understand, when we hit Control Enter, of course system is going to remove all the memory locations it has created, and then it executes these instructions top to down one after the another. Once it finds the word keyword, it understands, okay, I need to create a variable called as player 1 health. How much memory location it should have? 4 bytes of memory location, and initially it should have the value 0 because we are not initializing there any value. So it goes to the memory, it grabs a 4 bytes of memory location. To that it gives a name player 1 health and puts the value 0 inside. And then there is a comma. It understands, okay, I need to create one more variable called as player 2 health, and how much memory location it should have? It is also going to have 4 bytes of memory location, and initially it should have 0 inside. It goes to the memory, it grabs a 4 bytes of memory, and to that it gives a name player 2 health and put the initial value 0 inside. And then it moves to the next statement. It understands player 1 health should be 10. So it goes to the memory, it goes to the memory location which has the name player 1 health, removes the previous value and puts the new value whatever we have given, 10, right? Then it moves to the next instruction. We told here player 2 health should be 10. What system does? It goes to the memory, it goes to the memory location, it has the name player 2 health, removes whatever the previous value and puts the new value whatever we have given there, 10, and then it moves to the next instruction. We are telling here display the value in player 1 health, so it displays 10 on the screen or 10 on the output window. Then we are telling trace player 2 health, and that is we are telling to system to display the value in the player 2 health. It displays 10 on the screen. If I hit Control Enter, you see that 10 are displayed in the output window. So that is how the code executes. That is how you declare multiple variables. If you want one more variable, you can just give a comma and give the next variable name, colon, like that. Okay. And also it is not necessary that we need to write 3 different instructions, first declaring, then initializing first variable, initializing second variable. No, it is not necessary to do like that. If we want, we can declare and initialize multiple variables in a single instruction. How do we do that? I'm going to select, say delete. Here I say player 1 health should be equal to, maybe this time I say 100, and here I say equal to 100. This is how we declare and initialize multiple variables, friends. Let me say delete. Let me say delete. So how do we declare and initialize multiple variables? So this is a syntax for it. Declaration and initialization of multiple variables. We write the var keyword, then we write name of variable 1 colon data type equals to value comma name of variable 2 colon data type equal to value comma and so on. You can declare and initialize as many variables you want, just you need to follow the syntax. Okay, let me go back to the Flash. If I hit Control Enter, what happens this time? We know that system goes to the memory, it removes all the memory locations that it has allocated for us, and it also clears the output window and executes these codes line by line, top to down, instruction by instruction. Once it finds a var keyword, it understands, okay, I need to create player 1 health variable of type integer, and it should have 100 inside. It goes to the memory, it grabs the 4 bytes of memory location. To that it gives a name player 1 health and puts the value 100 inside it. And then it moves to the comma. It understands, okay, I need to create one more variable called as player 2 health. 4 bytes, it should have 100 value. So it goes to the memory, it allocates 4 bytes of memory location. To that it gives a name player 2 health and puts the value 100 inside, and then it moves to the next instruction, trace player 1 health, displays 100 on the output window, trace player 2 health, it displays 100 on the output window. If I hit Control Enter, you just see that the output we got 100, 100. That is how we declare and initialize multiple variables. We can declare and initialize multiple constants also. Same like declaring and initializing multiple variables. Here we have the syntax for it. Declaration and initialization of multiple constants. We write a const keyword, give a space, name of the constant 1 colon data type equal to value comma name of the constant 2 colon data type equal to value comma and so on. So let's do that. Here I create one constant called as screen underscore width colon data type integer equal to 800. We use comma, then I say here screen underscore height 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 equal to colon int equal to 600 semicolon. You can see that here we are declaring more than one constants, and then we can trace the value. Trace screen underscore width bracket close semicolon, trace screen underscore height bracket close semicolon. What happens when this part of code get executed, friends? We know that once the system finds const, it understands, okay, I need to create a constant called as screen width. Okay, how much bytes it should be? 4 bytes. What value it should have? 800. So system goes to the memory, it grabs 4 bytes of memory location. To that it gives a name screen width. It gives a name screen width and puts the value inside 800. Then as it is a constant, system is going to block this memory so that nobody can change the value inside, right? Then it finds comma, it understands, okay, I need to create one more constant, its name is screen height, 4 bytes 600 value. So it goes to the memory, it grabs 4 bytes of memory location. To that it gives a name screen height and then puts the value 600 inside. As it is a constant, it is going to block that memory so that nobody can change the value inside. And then it moves to the next statement, display the screen width. It displays 800 here, and display the screen height. It displays 600 here. If I hit Control Enter, you see the output displayed 100, 100, 100, 100, 800, 800, 600, 600. We have successfully declared and initialized more than one variables. We have successfully declared and initialized more than one constants. We can display strings also if we want. All we need is we just need to write here. I just copy this in double quotations I say player 1 health equal to, then I give here comma. Here I am going to copy this line of code, and in double quotations we write player 2 health equal to, and if I hit Control Enter, you see the string also displayed there. You can see that it is displaying player 1 health equal to 100. Here I say equal to and hit Control Enter. You can see that it is showing player 2 equal to 100, player 2 health equal to 100. So that is how you are going to display more than one values also. We discussed already the trace function in the previous video tutorials. So you can display screen width and screen height string also. For example, you can copy this. All you need is double quotations. That is going to be a string, right? String means sequence of characters will be displayed as it is, right? Equal to. Then I copy this and double quotations, comma, and here I say screen height equal to, just Control Enter. You can see that we are getting the output displayed. Player 1 health equal to 100, player 2 health equal to 100, screen width equal to 800, screen height equal to 600. It is just about giving proper information to the user, showing the information, right? We are giving more meaningful information to the user now here. So that is all about how do you declare a variable and initialize a variable, how do you declare a constant and initialize a constant, how do we declare multiple variables and initialize multiple variables, how do we declare and initialize multiple constants. One of the things you need to remember is variable value may change during the execution of a program, whereas constant value will never change. Okay, they are blocked. So that is all about for this video tutorial, friends. I suggest you people to watch this video again and again and understand what I have explained in this video tutorial. In the next video tutorial, we get more information on ActionScript. For more benefits and be up to date, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to like, comment and share these videos with others so that everyone will get benefited. Keep learning, keep coding, keep sharing. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.